As you can see, we are playing the Wormways.
The three of us could probably survive.
I will speak plainly. Help me kill him.
I think we might have a shot.
See me through this round, that I may bring honor and glory to your name.
I can tell you if that prayer was to me, I would be listening. You regain consciousness, and your faculties begin to return to you as the dim blue lights of the Fate's Hand Tavern illuminate the stone walls with their wooden accents. Almost immediately, you hear a familiar voice pierce through the silence as you attempt to shake the cobwebs. It's been at least a day since the last episode of Crucible has taken place, and you wonder if it's your turn this time. Welcome, contestants and my eyes of truth, and of course my VIP patrons. I appreciate all of you being here, and after some adjustments have been made, I assure you this is going to be the most exciting event to date. It is time, once again, for 6 contestants to be called to compete within the Crucible of Fate. They are going to be playing for their immortal souls and for our entertainment, and I do hope that their deaths will be exciting, excruciating perhaps. I hope to see more treachery, violence, terror, and chaos. I'm absolutely vibrating with excitement, so shall we get to it, Dregs? And behind Thermghoul, you now see darkly clothed, heavily cloaked individual approaching with soft footfalls. A bit of light reflecting off his grotesque metal mask as he pulls the scroll out from under his cloak. And you know that there are 6 names upon it. And these will be the contestants for round 2, episode 2 of Crucible of Fate. I call out your names. Remember, don't trust anyone. You're on your own here. The only one that's gonna see you through to the end is yourself. Right. I wish you the best of luck. Bona Bakwe. And Freddie, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself and Bona, please.
Okay. I am Freddie from Tennessee. Been playing since the early 80s, off and on. The character I'm playing is Bona. He is a Shadowkai elf. Got long white hair. He's about 6'2", 200 pounds. His eyes are dark. They're almost black. His eyes are very attentive, as if he's studying everyone, including Thermghoul. So, pretty excited to be here, excited to play today. I think it's going to be really good, and good luck to everybody.
Welcome to you, Freddie, and welcome to you, Bona. And the Alice Rothnell. And Keegan, aka Bean, can you tell us a little bit about Annie Alice, please? Well, and yourself, of course.
Hi guys, I'm Bean, and I'm a nerd from northern Michigan. I think we're all nerds, but that's not even the point. Annie Alice has had a lot of changes since she was last around. The biggest being that she is now reborn out of the abyss itself. Rather than the tight leather she wore before, she's now more in form-fitting cloth clothing. She's still tall, still looks like a drow, very much is not. She's now carrying much bigger weapons, like a giant great axe made out of obsidian and molten rock. But the biggest things to note is that, like, she looks like she's in pristine physical condition, as if any scarring she had from before is gone, at least physically. And I think it's pretty obvious to anyone that she's angry, she's twitchy, and she is glaring hatefully at Theramgul. And the only thing that she says to him or to anyone, other than the voices in her head at this point, is, "This is a fucking joke, Theramgul, and it's not even a good one. You should be ashamed of yourself." And then she continues to twitch and glare.
Well, welcome to you, being. Oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way, Anialis, but I assure you there is no joke here. This is very serious, and this, in fact, is a job interview for at least one job here. I understand your anger, but I am happy to see you back on your feet. I hope things have been well.
Her only response is to snarl at him.
Kaiser Ruinfell. And Crucible welcomes back Gunnar. Tell us a bit about yourself and Kaiser.
Hey guys, my name's Gunnar Clay. Been playing D&D for about 4.5, 5 years now. Full-time DM. Really excited to be back. Playing from Wisconsin in the good old US of A. Kaiser looks similar to how we would remember him from round one. Still tall, variant human. He's wearing that shimmering black plate armor, just for narrative reasons. Plate armor. He's got a blue and silver surcoat on. It's got the silver scales of righteousness depicting loyalty to Praxis. Different now, however. Along the right side of his helm are 2 red crimson streaks reading from the top of the helm down over the eye to the bottom. And around his shoulders, he wears a blue cape with some silver symbolage on it that anyone who worships Praxis or one of his avatars would recognize as a funeral shroud or something that a priest would wear to perform death rites. So coming into the tavern, he'll scan the other contestants, and eyeing Anialis curiously, he's going to take his thumb and rub one of the red streaks off of his helm. It seems I was premature. I won't make the same mistake again.
Excellent. Well, welcome back to you, Gunnar. Very excited to see how things are going to play out today. It's Kaiser, I hope that I have adequately expressed multiple times now how pleased I was with your actions. I believe it was one of our first memorable bits of treachery, and that's harsh. Survival. And I expect nothing less from you again today.
As always, I will serve as a scion of fate.
Ludwig Lathalis. And Leo, if you could tell us a bit about yourself and your character, please.
Hey guys, nice to see you all again. I'm a Brazilian contestant of Crucible of Fate. I've been playing D&D for a while now, like 5, 6, maybe 7. And I've been thinking about this episode for a while longer. It's hell. Anyways, the young elf falls down and lands on a claw made of pure darkness that dissipates. His dim blue eyes are now accompanied by deep bags, a result of watching 63 lives being defiled. He carries a shield and armor, but he's missing his coat, and as he realizes this, a faint smile breaks his gloomy expression. Come on, Sombra, not in front of everyone. And he will take his sword into the void to grab a once red leather coat. Its golden skull details now covered with shadows mattered on it like paint, adorned with a symbol glowing in the back of it, representing Rock Crew, like a cyberpunk-esque jacket that kind of glows with a Rock Crew symbol behind it, that he will put over his chainmail and belts of supplies. He will smile as he sees Mazan. He will look at Kaiser and say, "You call this fate? This depravity we're in? We're fish in a barrel. And Formgo thinks he's a shark. Nice to see you again."
Nice to have you back, Leo. Good to see you after, 15 months since episode 2 or something like that?
It's a while.
And of course, Ludwig, the game has evolved so much since you were last here. I hope that you've been paying attention and making the necessary preparations to keep up with the current meta. Mahjong, you're number 5. And Crucible welcomes back Jordan. If you could tell us a bit about yourself and your character, please.
Hello again. My name is Jordan. I am playing from Kentucky. Like everyone, I'm a huge D&D nerd, have been forever. I'll be playing Mazan, who is a young male tabaxi with great dark gray fur, faint stripes, long ears. He's got leather armor reinforced with metal strips and studs. There's multiple daggers, a well-made rapier fastened to his sides. As Mazan comes to, he glances around to get a bearing of where he is and who else is around. He'll slowly start to pace and stretch, just watching everyone, and say with a smile, "Here we go again."
Welcome back, Jordan. Happy to have you here, and with you as well in episode 2, Veteran. It's been quite a while. I know you've popped in and out of the Discord. I hope you've been watching and paying attention. Looking forward to seeing what Mazan brings to the table. All of you contestants from way back, it just seems like ages since we've seen one another. And the last name to be called out, Rondo of Fell Pass. And at this, you see the magic that is holding the 6th and final contestant begin to give way. But rather than drifting slowly down to the ground, you hear a heavy thud and then a smack of a skull hitting the floor. Oh dear, what is going on with Rondo? Hold on one moment, we may need medical assistance. And you see Thermgul walk over to Rondo, who's laying motionless on the ground. And Thermgul bends down and just kind of moves his cloak back gently and drops to one knee and reaches out with a gentle touch to Rondo's neck. Oh dear, he doesn't seem to be breathing. This is the first time that this has happened. Well, I guess it was just a matter of time before this was going to happen. A lot of trauma while in suspended animation. Some people are just positively dying to get onto the show. Well, at this point, I would like to bring something to the attention of the Eyes of Truth. With Thermgul's hand on Rondo's neck, you see him sort of begin to stare at the downed Minotaur, and he just kind of rocks a bit back and forth. And then you see a bit of saliva start to come down his face as he begins to drool and salivate. And suddenly his form begins to grow, and his humanoid features distort, becoming much more angular as sharp teeth grow down from the top of his jaw and up from the bottom, and massive horns come out of the side of his head as his eyes begin to glow orange, and his body swells to about 20 feet tall, although he remains on one knee, heavily muscled, as he looks up to the Eyes of Truth.
I hereby lay claim to the body of Rondo of Fell Pass by invoking Host's right of first access under Para 2 of Section 3, Subpara 1.
And then his features shrink down, returning to that of his usual appearance as host of the Crucible of Fate. A more humanoid-looking being, dark beard, dark hair, red robes with gold trim, I apologize for that outburst, everyone. I lost control of myself for a moment there. Dregs, please have Rondo brought out back and prepared in the usual manner.
Could I just walk over to Rondo and close his eyes?
Sure. Go ahead, Ludwig. Say goodbye. And you too. If you want, Mazan, you can say some goodbyes.
Mazan will just kind of peer and won't get any closer, but just watches Dregs to see what he does.
Dregs steps forward and looks down at Thermgul and looks down at Rondo of Fell Pass, the now dead Minotaur, and you see him look up, and you hear an amplified magical whistle seem to emanate from behind his mask, and he just makes a motion like this. And out of the shadow, you see a huge form, about 10 feet tall, very wide, and just... And as this form comes into the light, you can see that it's very thick muscle, but a lot of the flesh seems to be rotten and burned in patches. The eyes are a dull white, the hair is all mottled, and you can see that the skin is like charred and melted in places, and there are boils and these seeping wounds with just pus kind of visible from a lot of these leaking boils. Dregs just kind of nods down to Rondo, and you see this brute just grab onto one of the horns of the Minotaur and just turn around and just start walking, dragging him behind as they both disappear into the darkness. And Thermgul turns to the lot of you. I'm sorry, that got a bit awkward. I don't want it to spoil the beginnings of our episode, but it appears that it's not just any Alice that has beef tonight. Huh?
God damn it! Get out.
64.
Very well, everyone. Let us move on. Before we get to our intermission actions, it's time for me to review the gift shop items with all of you, so you know what lines our shelves, and these things could be very helpful to you this evening, huh? Every little edge will help you. But of course, there is a potential cost. And with this, Thermgul does a quick little flourish, now seemingly back to his more light, airy self. And as his robes kind of do a bit of a quick turn and rise up with the dynamic movement, you see the shelves and display cases appear out of the shadows around all of you. So in Tier 1, you see a purple stone slowly floating in the air, rotating. And this is an amethyst of enchantment, left over from the last episode. And this purple stone affixes to and enchants any one weapon, spell focus, or holy symbol by +1 to damage and attack rolls. And also any attacks made with a weapon that has this amethyst of enchantment attached to it are considered magical. The second item in Tier 1 is the Agate of Defense. And this polished red agate affixes to and enchants any item that you can wear, wield, or carry, and it provides a +1 to AC so long as you have that item equipped or are wearing it or carrying it. In Tier 2, and this is a new one, this is not a carryover from last episode, is a weapon of lifestealing. So feel free to look up the Sword of Lifestealing. However, this can be any weapon that you would like. In short, a roll of a 20, like a natural 20, the target would take an extra 10 necrotic on top of our critical damage, and you also gain 10 temporary hit points. So I know that the Sword of Life Stealing says slashing damage, but this could be a maul if you want, it could be a rapier, it doesn't matter what weapon you form it into, it still has the life stealing parameters on it. The second one, which is also new for this episode, you see floating in the air an ornate and ancient tarnished gold ring with black arcane symbols adorning a circular surface, like a gold outside edge, and black arcane symbols around the ring part 2 that goes over the finger. And you also see that on the top of it, so on the surface, it's a black stone, like an obsidian type stone or onyx. But it's a little difficult to tell exactly what type of stone, as there are 5 concentric circles, like perfect concentric circles. So a small one in the middle, and then they get gradually bigger as they move out towards the edge. And there are 5 of them. And all 5 of these concentric circles are glowing with a dim light currently. And this is a ring of spell storing that appears to be full. Then in tier 3 is a Staff of Thunder and Lightning. This has quite an explanation, so feel free to look it up. But the key things to understand is that it's a +2 quarterstaff, so it does +2 to your attack rolls, +2 to damage, and is considered magical. And it also has 5 abilities, each of which can be used once per day. So once for this episode each. And that's Lightning, Thunder, Lightning Strike, Thunderclap, and then Thunder and Lightning. If you use Thunder and Lightning, it doesn't use the Lightning or Thunder. It just uses up the slot for the 2 combined. Okay, so feel free to look that one up. And lastly, in tier 3 is a Weapon of Uncanny Effectiveness. So this is essentially a Sword of Sharpness, but can be a weapon that does bludgeoning or piercing damage. Okay, so the same damage would apply. The only thing that's going to change is instead of slashing, it would be whatever type of weapon you're choosing. There you have it, everyone. Those are the items that are available to you at the gift shop for a relatively low fee, all things considering the power they are granting you. So now that you know the items that are there and how they could help in your individual strategies, you know how important this initiative for Intermission Actions is. Fortunately, I have a very limited supply, and it's first come, first served, of course. It's time now to roll our initiative for our Intermission Actions. Keep in mind, you can do a perception skill check, an intelligence ability check, or your regular initiative roll from D&D Beyond. Bona, 18. Kaiser. Mazan, 19. Ludwig,
What can I say?
23. Somebody likes to shop, huh? Any else? 21.
Hey.
Very well. Then we will begin our intermission actions. Please, enjoy yourselves here. Pretend that you are at home and relax. Just make sure you are within earshot in case someone calls you to parley. I think that those may be pretty important tonight. Welcome, Ludwig. It is great to see you again. We have a moment to ourselves, but tell me, what would you like to do for your first intermission action?
I would like to parlay with you.
You would like to parley with me? Well, I am honored. In that case, you may go ahead, and I'm going to start the timer now, and you have 3 minutes, and I accept your parley.
Good to know. Once you give your master a champion, will they still have a use for you? I'm asking this question because I was thinking about some stuff and I thought about maybe suggesting a change. Because you see, once your usefulness and once the game ends, why are you so much there for you? Like you seem to enjoy the show and you're damn good at it, honestly. But there are those of us that will not stop until you're dead. As I see it, you either keep this game going until one of us finds a way to end you, or until you find a champion. Whatever the case is, the game's done. And so are you. Or you could maybe grant the finalists a wish. Especially if any of them will not accept being a general. Then you can just give the wishes away of, have the wish, let's play again, whatever. Maybe one final round of the 6 of them, some are aligned with you, some are against you. If we win, you release all the souls dead here to a time before they even knew of the Crucible, and then you can maybe start a new game, giving your master another reason to keep you around. And I bet he would be a-okay with more death and destruction taking place here. If you win, then now you have 6 generals. All of them are bound by a wish to you. Not the Abyss, not the Crucible of Fate, not your master. To you. Either way you win, as opposed to you losing. And of course, the ending is still very far away. And Ludwig will get Sombra and open a pommel at the end of his sword and put a parchment in. Put it on. Well, I wish just that this hope can outlive me, at least. What do you think?
I'm very touched, Ludwig, that you would put so much thought into this and be so concerned for my well-being.
Always.
But I assure you, you're not playing with all of the information. I have planned this very carefully for hundreds of years. You think that I am scared of what a handful of you lot are capable of doing? Even a group of you. You think I fear you and what you could become?
I think you haven't seen enough to start fearing.
One of you will be given the opportunity to be a tool in my tool belt. That is all.
Or what? Are you going to break their soul for 1,000 years and then you get to use the actual tool?
The souls of those who are not selected will be auctioned off. The one that is tied to me, well, I will have a vested interest in it. Perhaps if you survive into the next round, we can chat again. Maybe your opinion, or maybe even mine, will have changed by then, but I'm afraid our time has expired for this intermission action.
That's fair. Thank you for giving us a bit more information. And
I am at your service for now.
I would just advise you to not speed on hope. There's a saying where I come from. A esperança é a última que morre. Hope will always be the last one to die.
I like that, and I hope that it is true.
Yeah.
Your second intermission action.
I would like to parlay with Kaiser.
Kaiser, how very interesting. Just one moment, I will fetch him for you. Greetings, Kaiser Grunfell. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Ludwig Lathalus. Do you accept or refuse this invitation?
I accept.
Very well. In that case, Ludwig, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
Kaiser, as a follower of Carlos, it surprised me to see you accept Firmgo's game and proudly display how many people you have killed here. I would like to ask you why.
As a follower of Praxis, my domains include, but are not limited to, logic, time, order, fate, and death. I bear the mark of the fallen, not as a trophy, as a remembrance.
Do you think we have a chance against whatever we're facing next?
I do. I believe with all my heart that fate supports my mission here. And should any ally with me, I will support them. I was not satisfied with my actions in round 1, but I do believe that I followed the Lord of Fate as he wished. It is why I survived. It is why I will continue to survive. But that being said, I will go forward and give my word of honor that should we ally, I will not turn against you as I did in the first round against Anyalis.
See. Well, let's see what will happen then. I think we might have a shot at destroying whatever awaits us. But you also saw what happened last time.
I am not overly eager to face either of the creatures that our host so graciously throws us against. However, I do know that of the two, should we face the Nagpar, we stand a very, very strong chance of winning.
Should we face the Pit Fiend, I can be further away, and I could protect someone from you going through it. As much as you can, I believe.
I believe that if we face the Pit Fiend, it will fall on you and I to be the support for our allies. It will take all of us to fell such a creature, but I do believe in my heart of hearts it is possible.
Good. I just hope we can not jump the gun on this.
Agreed. Tensions ran high and choices were made at the moment that were influenced. This time I plan to remain tactical, observe logic over my emotion, and see victory over the beast rather than another comrade.
Gentlemen, I love to interrupt. Your time has expired, and this intermission action has come to an end. Always a pleasure to see you, Kaiser. We will see you shortly. And for your final intermission action...
Final intermission action, I would like to cast a spell. Well, actually a bunch of spells.
Okay.
First and foremost, I will cast using a pact slot. I'll start with using my oil of slipperiness.
Okay.
That's the first thing I'll do. That's 10 minutes. You sure?
Yep. Okay, so freedom of movement from your oil. What's next?
I'm going to bless.
Okay, who would you like to bless?
As a second level spell. Can I bless everyone? Up to 3 creatures? Nope. You can target one additional creature. Yeah, so I'm gonna bless me. I'm going to bless Annie Alice, my son, and Bonabacqua. And then I will cast Mirror Image on myself. And those are my 2 Warlock spell slots done. And that's it.
Very well. Alright, so I think that concludes your intermission actions. I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you very shortly. Greetings, Enialis. It is your turn for your intermission actions. And by the way, you're welcome for your opportunity to strike back should you choose it, but perhaps this could be an opportunity for reconciliation, huh? Forgiveness.
Don't fool yourself. There's nothing to reconcile with that wretch.
I like your conviction, Enialis. What would you like to do for your first intermission action?
I would like to go to the gift shop.
Gift shop.
And you shut up. And she just stares up into the corner at nothing for a hot sec before looking back.
Well, there's plenty for both of you to buy. And as Thermghoul does his turning flourish, you see the display cases appear before you. And you can see that all of the items still remain. Anything in particular caught your eye, Enialis?
So first I want to do a little mundane shopping.
Okay.
I'm starting with 610 gold. I would like to buy a set of spiked armor for 75 gold, and then upgrade it to adamantine for 500 gold,
Okay.
which leaves me with 35 left.
Okay. And adamantine's one that can't be critted, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I'm over here trying to save myself a little bit of pain.
Safety is no accident. And what about our tiered items? Any interest there?
I would like both tier 1 items, actually.
Both tier 1. All right. Well, let us start with one first. Which would you like to do? The Amethyst of Enchantment or the Agate of Defense?
The amethyst.
And would you like this permanently or temporarily?
Permanently.
No regrets, huh? A 15. These are new consequences, by the way. Just thought I would drop
love
that
that.
on you. So a 15, you can no longer dodge or dash as an action.
That is honestly fine.
Very well. And would you still like to purchase the Agate of Defense?
I would. Permanently. Ooh,
14. -2 charisma.
ooh. No, we're fate sphering that one.
Oh. A 1. You are slowed.
Ugh. Okay. I'll take it.
Very well. Alright, for your second intermission action.
I would like for my second and third to parlay with Mazan and Ludwig.
Greetings to you, Mazan and Ludwig. Mazan, you have been summoned to a parlay circle by Enialis Rathanol. Do you accept or refuse the offer?
But of course, let's get the show going.
Very well. And Ludwig, the same to you. Do you accept or refuse?
Definitely, I'll accept.
In that case, you have 3 minutes, Enialis, and it begins now.
I will speak plainly. I believe that we would stand a better chance as 3 against someone like Kaiser than as 1. He, underneath that helmet, is a monster, and I will not allow him to continue walking this earth or the abyss. Not to mention that damned sword he carries. You don't want it to touch you. Help me kill him, and I promise that the 2 of you will take no harm from me.
We try straight up. Just the first thing we do, we get in, we kill Kaiser, we kill Bonabacqua, and we get out. That's your plan.
More or less, if it's possible. Depending on what we face, that may not be entirely possible, but
I'll ask you this. Do you want to become stronger before trying this?
I've already done a little bit of preparation. But if you're suggesting soul bond,
No, I'm suggesting killing the beast before we get to Kaiser.
well, we'll see how that works out.
I don't know if we'll be able to take either of those things down, but I saw what Kaiser did to you. He's a pretty big jerk.
That is an understatement.
I have blessed you two and Bonabacqua. If we choose to go for Kaiser, say fire. In whatever sentence you're saying, just say fire. And we can all prepare to begin to get him out. If you're gonna focus Bonabacqua, say despair. In whatever sentence you're saying, and we will begin to focus on that. I will follow your leads.
I can work with that.
I like the plans. As long as someone dies, it will be a good day.
Good.
Did you two catch that? Fire, Kaiser, Despair, Bonabapa?
Yes.
Good.
Fire and despair.
Also, don't trust anything if I have my hands up. That's all.
Fair enough.
I will say this though, any others. Don't throw away your chance of getting stronger before you try to kill Kaiser. If we are in an opportunity to kill whatever appears first, shouldn't we take it?
Oh, believe me, I've learned quite a bit from my past mistakes.
And
I do not...
I have to jump in there. I gave you 3 seconds extra. I apologize for my tardiness. It is time for this intermission action to end. I wish the three of you the best with your fire and despair. Greetings, my feline friend, Mazan. It is your turn for your intermission actions. You have 3. What would you like to do first?
Lord Thermgul, I think the first thing I'd like to do is I'd like to go to the gift shop. I'd like to pop some tags.
Careful. That implies theft, huh? And removing things forcibly afterwards.
Not today. Not today.
Alright, I'm just making sure. What are you interested in purchasing?
I'm carrying around some old heavy stuff. Can I sell some old leather armor and old short sword and maybe get back just a little bit extra gold?
Yep, so anything that you want to sell, just send me an email. You get half the listed value. You can add that to your gold.
Okay.
And anything that you want to buy, just let me know what you want to get.
Perfect. We're gonna sell those 2, and then I want to buy 2 potions of greater healing. So that's 150 gold each, and so that's pretty much all of the gold I have left. I'll have 21 gold left.
Any tiered items that you are interested in?
Oh, those are so pretty, but honestly, if I'm going to get out of here, I'm gonna have to do it on my own skill, and those consequences, they're pretty rough, man.
They certainly can be. I don't blame you. It's good to have confidence in your own ability. And does this conclude your shopping?
Yes, I think the next item I'd like to try is go to the archives.
At that moment, the gift shop disappears, as does Thermgul, as you now see the massive archway of the archives appear before you. Out of a gap between the stacks, you see the shadowed form of Abrunga All begin to glide towards you, and as he enters the torchlight, you can see his pale gray mottled skin, his sunken eye sockets and pale white eyes, and the tentacles kind of moving on their own. And telepathically, you hear in your head, "Welcome, son. You are the first to grace my presence. I may have said that wrong. Your colloquialisms are strange to me." This out of character means that you have advantage on all attacks against the creature. It has disadvantage on all attacks against you just by being the first to be visiting.
Perfect.
What would you like to investigate here today?
Mazan's normally playful nature drops. He looks at this littered with open content, and he speaks only in deep speech to him and says, "I have no love for your kind, but I've only wanted to come here to get an advantage against whatever creature we are coming up against. Is there any other information that you can provide for whatever this is we shall face?"
Yep, go ahead and you can give me either persuasion or investigation check. Oh, here we go. 21. Okay, so 421, that's the second tier of the information that you would learn. So first off, the creature that you are going to be fighting tonight is the Pit Fiend. 408 hit points, and its armor class is 19. For getting a 20 or above, you also learn that it is resistant to cold and bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered. It's also immune to fire and poison, and it is immune to the condition poisoned as well. And for your investigation, that is what I can provide you. Is there anything else you would like to learn about any other topics? Not including what you will face here tonight.
I think that's all that Mazan wants to do.
Very well.
I hope that your trip here with me has been helpful. And I will forget your disdain for my kind. You never know if you will need my service again after all.
When I make it to the end of this, and I am at Therangul's side, I don't think it will take much to convince him that all of your kind must be eradicated.
Are you implying illithid or my current state? For I assure you I have parted ways with the illithid a long time ago.
Then that is the only thing that will spare your existence. And he, as he walks away, he puts a claw on the table and scratches deep grooves into it. Something to remember me by, and a promise.
You just feel his presence kind of extract itself from your mind as he fades into the shadows.
Slimy squids.
And you find yourself now in front of Therangul once again. I hope that was most useful for you, Mazan. You have one intermission action left. What would you like to do with it?
That was very helpful, Lord Therangul. Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity to parlay once more with Ludwig.
Excellent. One moment, please, and I will get him for you. Greetings, Ludwig. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Mazan. Do you accept or refuse the invitation?
Accept. He's an old friend.
Very well. In that case, Mazan, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
Hello again.
Hello, Mazan. It's nice to see you.
We are in a little bit of pickle, okay?
We are.
So we have an opportunity for an alliance and to take out 2 possible targets, ensuring we can survive through this thing, right? How do you feel about Alice? Do you think we can trust her?
I think if she had to choose between revenge or one of us, she would choose to go after revenge. I think trusting her to focus on the mission right now will be nigh impossible. If we were against a team, you, me, and her, and maybe Kaiser was in the other team, what I think is that we must be very careful about it, either way. But I do think that she has thought about killing Kaiser way more than we have. So if there's someone we're going to go for, that is that.
It probably would be nice to see him die. It would be very fun, probably a little funny, but I don't know if we can take this creature out. Just to let you know, I have been to the archives. We are facing the Pit Fiend, and he's a little bit beefy.
Yes.
So it will take a lot to take him down. I think we should try to have the others engage, and once they are hurt, we just add to it, hurt them some more.
Say hope if you are going to focus analysis in one of their
That
sentences.
is, I think she's a
wanna change
useful
it?
tool. No, she's a useful tool. I say, as long as she doesn't attack either of us, we don't worry about her. And if she goes for Kaiser, we definitely take him down, turn him into maybe extra hamburger, yes?
Kaiser feels sorry for what he has done. That's the first thing he talks about. He could be lying to me. So I will trust your better judgments and senses. Thank you for calling me, though. I will remember this.
Okay, I talk to you later.
I'll talk to you later. We like you.
Okay, see you in a bit, Ludwig. Greetings, Bona. It is your turn for your intermission actions. Tell me, what would you like to do for your first one?
I guess the first thing I want to do then is parlay
Okay, who would you
With-
like to parlay
with Kaiser.
with? Very well. One moment, please. Greetings, Kaiser. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Bona Bakwe. Do you accept or refuse the invitation?
I accept.
Very well, Bona, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
Greetings, Kaiser. I guess first of all, I would like to ask you, have you been asked to a parlay before this?
I have.
Have you already made an alliance? Because I'm interested in making an alliance with you if you haven't already. And if you have already, then we don't have anything to discuss.
I have made no concrete alliance. I spoke with Ludwig Lethalis and we discussed tactics and the best strategy for facing the monster, but I received no clear confirmation from him that he was my ally.
I would like to extend an invitation to you to be an ally. I will be true to you to the end. I will keep you alive as best I can. I am a Twilight Cleric. I can give you temporary life at the end of each of your attack sequences. If you become charmed or frightened, I can take that off of you. It's a free thing that I can do. Doesn't cost me spell slots. I've got healing word, 60 feet of healing. I can bring you back up. If you go down, you may go down. You won't stay down as long as I have the ability to cast spells. And
You talk so strangely about yourself in a third person. I find it quite odd. But please, carry on.
but anyway, I think you and I could be great allies. You can do a lot of the same things that I can do. Your spirit guardians are very effective. I have some damaging spells, but I am really good at healing and staying alive. So if you're interested in that, I would very much like to ally with you. You have my word. I won't turn against you. I'll be true to you to the end. If Annie Alice attacks you, I will help kill her. But that was another thing that I wanted to talk to you about. I know you and her have a bad history, but we could bring her over to our side if the two of you could put your differences aside for this one battle, and the three of us could probably survive. But you would, I think you come after me, so you would have to use your parlay with her to try to convince her of that and tell her that, you know, three of us could be allies. But what's your thinking on all that?
Firstly, I accept your alliance, and I in turn give you my word that no matter how fate plays out, I shall stay your staunch ally until the end of this round, at the very least. As far as Anyalis is concerned, I fear that that may be a dead avenue of approach. Even from my stasis, I've heard whisperings of the rage that she bears for me now since her recreation. I believe our best course of action is to stay focused on the monster and honor our alliance, and we can hope that Ludwig will accept our short
That
conversation
is
as a parlay
3
as well.
minutes plus. I've given you an extra 9 seconds, gentlemen. So this intermission action has come to an end. I hope you achieved what you set out to do. We will see you shortly, Kaiser. And for your second intermission action, Bana.
I would like to go to the gift shop.
How can I help you today, Bona?
There's an item I would like to buy that I don't have enough money for, so I'm going to sell an elixir of health at half price, which would be 60 gold pieces. That added to my 322 gives me 382 gold pieces. I would like to buy a scroll of protection from fiends. It is 360 gold pieces. That leaves me again with 22 gold pieces.
Very well. A wise investment for future use. Can you just read off what the scroll does for everybody?
Okay. Using an action to read the scroll encloses you in an invisible barrier that extends from you to form a 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder. For 5 minutes, the barrier prevents creatures of the specified type from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder. The cylinder moves with you and remains centered on you. However, if you move in such a way that a creature of the specified type would be inside the cylinder, the effect ends. A creature can attempt to overcome the barrier by using an action to make a DC 15 charisma check.
Excellent. In that case, for your third and final intermission action, what would you like to do?
I would like to use that time to cast spells.
Alright, and what spells would you like to cast?
First, I would like to use my Vigilant Blessing ability to gain advantage on initiatives. Then I would like to cast Guidance to add a D4 to my initiative. Guidance adds a D4 to your ability check.
Okay.
I want to use the Twilight Sanctuary ability.
Creates an area of dim light around you.
As an action, you present your holy symbol and a sphere of twilight emanates from you. The sphere is centered on you, has a 30-foot radius, and is filled with dim light. The sphere moves with you and it lasts for 1 minute or until you are incapacitated or die. Whenever a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits. You grant it a 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points, or you end one effect on it, causing it to be charmed or frightened.
Any other preparations?
Yes. I want to cast Twilight Sanctuary on myself. You have to do that at the end of your turn, so I'll do that at the end of the rest of this sequence that I'm giving you. But I will cast Twilight Sanctuary on myself when I'm finished here.
Yep.
I would like to cast the Mirror Image spell.
Okay.
I would like to cast Blade Ward. It's non-concentration and it's a cantrip.
Anything else?
And the Twilight Sanctuary is going to give me 1d6 plus 3 temporary hit points. Do you want me to go ahead and roll that now?
Yep, go ahead. There you go, yeah. Any other preparations for you, Bona?
No, I believe that will be all at this time.
Very well. Then I believe that concludes your intermission actions, and Bona, I wish you the best of luck in the game ahead. Greetings, Kaiser. It is your turn for your intermission actions. What would you like to do with your first one?
For my first intermission action, I would like to visit the archivist.
Very well. Just one moment. You see the silhouetted form of Abranga All approaching, and telepathically you hear in your head, "Can I help you, Kaiser?"
Greetings, Abrunga. I look for insight on the creature we face today.
Very well. I regret to inform you. You are not the first to visit me, but I am still able to give you some information.
So if you could give me either persuasion or investigation check, please. 13. Okay, so the minimum is a 15 that you need to get any sort of information. But that's just for the stats and stuff. So
I am quite busy at the moment. I least inform you that the creature you will be fighting is a pit fiend. You have seen this one before. A very senior captain in the armies of Thermgul already, and he is vying for the position of commander as well. He is not very tolerant of competition.
Thank you for your time, Abrunga.
And with that, the Fate's Hand Tavern appears around you once again, and the smiling, charming face of Thermgul is once again visible. I hope you got some information and insight. It is time for your second intermission action, though, Kaiser. What would you like to do?
I would like to visit the shop.
Very well. What can I interest you in purchasing today?
I will be looking at some of your more mundane potions, if that's acceptable.
Of course, of course.
1 potion of greater healing, 1 potion of fire breath, and I will use 100 gold to purchase 2 regular health potions as well.
Very well. And just for clarity for everybody, how much gold did you have starting?
483.
Okay, sounds good. Then for your final intermission action.
I know that as part of the rules of Crucible, we cannot cast damaging spells out of the gate. But a question to you, host. As long as my spell omits any fellow contestants, may I charge a spell that does damage as long as it would only be to the beast? In this case, so out of character, asking if I could cast Spirit Guardians if I purposefully omit all the other players starting out.
Oh yeah, so that is active when you go in?
Yeah.
Yep, oh of course, yeah. But you'd have to use the cast spells, prepare, intermission action to do. Yeah.
And that will be my final intermission action.
Very well. Any other spells that you would like to cast?
Sanctuary.
Anything else for you in this prepare intermission action?
Just a word to my god, if you will allow.
Oh, of course, I would not dare stand between a contestant and their deity.
My lord, you have seen fit to grace me with your strength to persevere through the first round. I would try your patience and ask for your help once more. See me through this round, that I may bring honor and glory to your name.
Well said.
That would be his prayer.
I can tell you if that prayer was to me, I would be listening. It is time, everyone. You've had your opportunities to prepare, and I checked in on poor Rondo. Dregs is busy exsanguinating him at the moment, but don't worry, he will feed a good number of people. It was a high-quality Minotaur. We won't put him to waste. I've been dying for the opportunity to sink my teeth into him. Sorry, I got lost there thinking about the food. Where was I? Yes, it's time to go to the gated gallery where your lives will be put in jeopardy. How could I forget such a thing? But before we make our way through the portal, as he beckons for all of you to follow as he begins to drift through into the gated gallery, and you can see the many monoliths of black onyx or obsidian stone, and he moves to the escape room column once again and turns to look at each of you. We are going to roll our initiative for the game. We're going to do that in turn, one at a time. Just keeping in mind, you can do a perception skill check, an intelligence ability check, or your regular initiative rolls. So we'll start top left. Kaiser, if you would do the honors, please. A 16. And Yalis. A 17. Mazan. 11. Bona. 26. Ludwig, a 9. Once again, best of luck to all of you. So in initiative order, you each get an opportunity to speak for 6 seconds to the Eyes of Truth, to Therangul, or to one another. If you can please describe anything that would have changed visually about your character, including gear and or spell effects. And then if you could tell us what is in each of your hands, just so everyone knows going through. So we will start with Bona.
I'm carrying a shield, but I'm not carrying a weapon in my free hand. I do have a warhammer, but it's attached to my belt. I do have mirror image up, so everyone can see 3 extra images of me. So there's 4 of me standing there.
Okay, any Alice?
So first of all, she's a little sluggish, but still pissed off and twitchy. In her right hand right now, she's carrying her great axe one-handed, and she has the glass ring on her right hand, which for everyone's context is her arcane focus. So if I were to cast, I'd have to switch hands. Otherwise, she has 4 javelins on her back, and an amethyst crystal now embedded into her great axe, and an agate embedded into her armor. And she just kind of snarls at everyone and leaves it at that.
Kaiser.
So emerging from his own intermission action chamber, Kaiser will walk out surrounded by some familiar black spiky armor wearing badass bodyguards of mine. I like to call them my spirit guardians. So I'll walk out, they're surrounding me. Also, I am wreathed in a kind of an ethereal, almost golden light. On my back, I'm going to pull off, so I'm holding Soulbane, my greatsword. It's got that crystalline blue blade. Inside, where at the end of the last round, you would have seen 2 spirit-like essences floating around and screaming. Now there is only 1.
Mazan.
Mazan is pretty much the same as you saw last time. He just has his leather armor with the studs and the metal strips. He's going to draw his rapier and give it a flourish, and his other hand is free. Looks around with a salute and walks through.
And Ludwig.
Ludwig will walk out of his corner as well, draw his sword, cut the ground with it, and just like he's falling in a pool of water, he falls into shadow. As he gets up as well, he reappears. There are 3 other mirror images of him, as well as he will put his sword, sheath it back, grab his amulet, and you see that the sword also glows a bit as he says a swift prayer to Kairos. Let not him continue to destroy us. And I will cast Bless, as well as he looks to be more there's no way to say this, he looks to be all up, guys. He looks like he his armor is shiny, his coat is shiny. There's no other way to say this, which he doesn't seem too proud of. He'll just look around. What are you looking at? And then that's it. I only have a shield on my left hand. I have nothing on my right hand, and yeah, that's it. Well, technically speaking, I have an arcane focus, but that's like the pommel of my sword, not my sword, because a sword can't be an arcane focus. That's it.
Okay, and I didn't inform anyone of who you cast Bless on, so if you could just let people know.
Okay, so everyone will know. Everyone but Kaiser is blessed.
Okay. And with that, you all step into the portal.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
That's the highest level I had, man. I'm sorry.
As everyone steps into the portal after making their preparations, many of your individual abilities active, ready for war. You feel the firm grip of the shadowed hands grabbing onto you, pulling you towards your destination. In these few moments, you wonder what fate has in store for you, which room, which enemy, what the intentions are of the fellow contestants that you are definitely competing against. Make no mistake about that. Only 3 of you are walking away from this encounter. Best of luck to all of you. I'm going to switch now to the map. As you can see, we are playing the Wormways.
Oh, man.
So, to start off, as you all begin to descend from an elevated position, as your eyes adjust, you can see that the whole area is well lit from various torches amongst the walkways in between where the tunnels would be. As you begin to descend, you can feel the ground around you beginning to rumble. And just like the last time, these massive worms, 8 of them, explode outward from the bottom of the map, coming down to ground level and very quickly burrowing their way up to the top of the map, leaving 2 to 3 foot diameter tunnels in their wake. Those doors at the end are portals that lead back to the Fate's Hand Tavern. This is a rather large map compared to others that we've seen. So it is about 110 wide and I believe 100 long, like 100 this way, 110 across. Just like last time, the brown represents the tunnels that were dug by the worms. The stone is in fact rock, like solid rock, all the way up to the ceiling, 60 feet. The dirt is also 60 feet, and it's kind of like valleys. So you've got dirt and stone, and then it drops down to a clear, open passageway running like a valley between these 2 mountains of stone and dirt. So yeah, it comes down. You can walk across here. Obviously, with the tunnels, you have to crawl through. Another passageway across and another passageway across here. In the wake of the worms, some aromas begin to assail your nostrils. The smell of feces for one, and chlorine for another. We're going to determine now what the starting positions for each of you are. So in initiative order, I'm going to get you to roll a d6. So Bona, if you could roll a d6, please. A 1. As Bona will begin right here. This is your aura of dim light. Can I please have any Alice roll a d6? Any Alice is a 2. And you're appearing in position 2 within the dim light of Bona. Kaiser, I need you to roll a d6, please. 5. Kaiser appears here. Mazan, 3. Starting right here at the number 3 position. And last but not least, we have Ludwig. You're going over here to number 6. That is the starting point for you all. At this point, you see a creature emerge from the stone, ethereal as it emerges from the stone to land right here in the middle.
Fuck.
No!
And as he lands, he becomes solid and is standing right there. We are beginning. Bona, it is your turn. Actually, before we go, I just want to make something very clear to everyone who's watching. I already made it clear to the people playing. Last week went a little long, so I made a couple of adjustments. So Hunter and Hunted is going to be for round 1 and until it gets resolved, meaning until someone dies or you kill the monster. If you kill it, obviously you get the treasure and all that stuff. If the monster kills someone, it will then leave no matter what round it is. Round 1, though, you cannot move through the tunnels. A magical barrier has appeared in front of and behind you. So for round 1, you cannot go through the tunnels. In round 2, the top of round 2, the escape room activates and you can start to make your way towards the exits. From that point on, if 2 people escape the room, they're safe. All of the exits will be removed and you fight until 1 person is left standing. If the monster kills someone, same thing. Monster kills someone, they're gone. 2 people escape, they're gone. Everyone left fights to the death. Obviously, you can attack people right off the bat and ignore the monster and the escape room. That is entirely up to you. This is how we're doing the 3 games in 1. So, okay, Bona, take it away.
I pull out a scroll of protection and cast that. The one we talked about. So that is now in effect on me, and I will remove it from my inventory.
Got you.
As a bonus action, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
This blue crystal is going to be your spiritual weapon. Where would you like it to appear? It's within 30 feet, is it?
Actually, I can let it appear within 60 feet of me. So let's just put it up there by the Pit Fiend.
All right. Right here work for you?
That's fine. Anywhere within, say, 5 feet of him will be fine.
Is it any Alice's turn?
Okay. Cast Blade Ward.
Okay.
D20 to see if it hits this turn or next turn.
Yep. Okay, that is a 10. So yeah, 11 or higher. It would have been only active in the next turn, but you got it. It is active now, so you have a Blade Ward, and that means it is Kaiser's turn.
Cast Spiritual Weapon. When you cast it, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and make that attack against the Pit Fiend.
A 19. A 19 does hit this creature.
So taking one hand off of the greatsword, holding up his focus from around his neck, Kaiser's going to say a few words in Kintaran, and appearing next to the Pit Fiend is going to be a giant glowing golden gavel, like a judge's gavel, and you're going to hit for 7 force damage.
7 force damage.
Feel the might of my god, you infernal wretch! Summon the gavel down on him. I will move 5 feet closer to him so that he's in my aura of spirit guardians.
Okay. Yep, you move 5 feet closer. I'm not going to move the aura. We'll just...
Understood. Just so he's in it. And then for my action, because I can still cast a cantrip, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'm going to attempt to hit him with Sacred Flame, so that's going to be a DC 15 Dex saving throw.
All right. He does get advantage, as he is resistant to magic. He fails nonetheless, as he looks up a bit too late. If you want to describe your magical effect as it strikes him in the forehead.
Yeah. So after summoning and hitting him with the hammer, I'm going to look up to the sky. Rain your glorious fire down upon this beast. And glowing fire will fall from the sky for 12 radiant damage.
12 radiant. Nicely done.
And then, just as like a free action, I'll say to the other contestants, stay steadfast and resolute, and we'll cut this infernal bastard down to size.
That makes it Mazan's turn. Oh, actually, quick thing. And actually, this would have had an effect on Kaiser potentially, so might have to go back. So Bona went first. Any Alice? It didn't affect. If you start your turn within 20 feet of the monster, there is a fear aura. So, Kaiser, I do need a wisdom saving throw that would have taken place before your turn, and I apologize for that.
Okay.
Natural 20 for a 27.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you feel a wave of intense anger and hatred and power radiating off of this fiend, you hold steadfast and manage to stay resolute, just like you said, and you are not frightened. And in fact, you are now immune to the fear aura for the next 24 hours. Mazan, it's your turn.
Okay, so I need to roll wisdom save.
You do, because you are starting within 20 feet.
Oh, that is a natural 1.
Okay, letting that stand.
Yes.
No problem. Then you are now frightened, and everything that comes along with the frightened condition. So I believe that your attacks and checks are at disadvantage while in sight, or while the creature is in sight. And you are frightened until the start of your next turn.
Okay, so I definitely am not going to get closer to the scary fire dude, but since I originally had advantage against this, would this just cancel out in a straight roll at that range because of the archives?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So it would be a straight roll.
Straight roll, so I'm not going to get any closer, but I will take my action to attack with Psychic Blades, which has a range of 60 feet. So I'll manifest the silver blades with my free hand and just straight roll. Oh, 12 to hit.
Okay. You are blessed, but it wouldn't be enough.
So we'll do bonus action, second attack. That one is a 17, so.
Plus bless. And it does matter this time. So you're looking for a 2.
Nice.
21, that does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Also, that's 5. I'm gonna back up just 5 feet.
All right. As you go to step away, this creature, this pit fiend, is going to burn its reaction.
Oh, you suck.
And is therefore using its reaction.
He still sucks.
As it goes to take a swipe with this massive mace.
And does he have disadvantage because of the archives, or?
He does. A 16 to hit, Mazan.
That would hit, but I think I'm going to burn a Fate Sphere to make him reroll.
23 this time.
Oh.
As you are smashed with this mace for 12 bludgeoning damage, as well as 23 fire damage, as he brings it up and just clobbers you center of mass. And you can see now, like, his wings are kind of across him like a cloak, and he just opens up enough room to kind of backhand you with this mace. Big smile on his face. Anything else for Mazan?
That's all you can do.
Ludwig, it's your turn.
Put me as far away as you can,
Okay, so back
because then I'll be like, what, 55 from it?
50.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll say, Kaiser, prove yourself to us then. And I will hold my sword's pommel, and claws from the shadow will try to reach and hold the pit fiend's legs down. And I will cast Eldritch Blast, which will, if they do hit, which, you know, it's 2 attacks, just at him. First one is a 19.
19
with
does
blast.
hit.
7, and he has minus 10 feet of movement. And I will, because one of the
Okay.
claws does grab him.
And what ability is that, just so everyone knows?
It is a Lethargy Blast, which is not the name. So I'll, yes, Lens of Lethargy. Lethargy.
And that was 7 force damage?
Yes, and I'm going for my next attack. Rough 7, but I will try to get a 4. No, it doesn't make any difference, I feel like.
Second blast goes wide as he kind of just ducks down out of the way. End of your turn. It is now the Pit Fiend's turn as it looks around at all of you, and you can see he's about 15 feet tall, red skin, quite muscular, that massive mace that I described earlier, thick tail just slowly moving back and forth behind him, and those wings almost looking like a cloak, and you could see the glowing orange eyes, and he just looks at all of you, and you hear in your heads, "You have survived round 1, and for that I salute you. But you will get no mercy from me." And he charges forward at... Actually, that was a bit quick for me to say. So number 4, just so you guys are all aware, going through the order here. So Bona's number 1, Enialis is number 2, Kaiser's number 3, Ludwig's number 4, Mazan is number 5.
Of course I am.
No.
And that's all just based on where you appear in the campaign on D&D Beyond. So it was not me that picked it. It's your names that pick it. And I rolled a 4. So this attack would be coming at Ludwig.
Can you tell me more about the attack before I choose if I'll Fate Sphere it or no?
He is starting to cast.
Okay, sure. I'll take it.
Okay.
Just Finger of Death, and I just instantly die.
So you see him starting to make some very slight gestures, but this almost seems to be innate magic emanating from within. And you see fire and flames as his eyes gets brighter, and you see this ball of fire appearing in his hand. And he unleashes it towards you. And this is a fireball, and I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
I will make that with 24. Okay.
DC.
Oh, good. It's never gonna pass, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. 15. Yeah, doesn't pass.
The dex save was an 11. Bless, you added a d4, which you got a 4. 15 is not enough. We have 8d6 coming towards Ludwig. 24 fire damage.
24 points of
Ludwig, as there's a massive explosion at this end. However, the only contestant that was in range was Ludwig.
You were angry at me or something?
All right, so that is the end of the creature's turn. He's not going to move. That makes it the end of the round. So those barriers that were blocking all of the tunnels along the edge, those all disappear. The tunnels are now open and available for use. Just double checking one last thing here. I think that's it though. We are back at the top for round 2. Oh, no, sorry. The lair action. There's no visible effect from the lair action, although I assure you one has taken place. Bona, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to have the spiritual weapon attack.
Okay. Bonus action. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Natural 20 for a 26.
Fuck
Nicely done.
Yeah.
All right, so with our rules, everybody, that's 12 damage on the dice plus an additional 16 for a total of 28 force damage?
Force damage, yes.
Okay. Excellent. You want to just describe what that effect looks like, causing that critical hit?
It's a hammer. It's floating in the air, and it swings back, and it hits him right in the chest, right center in the chest, and explodes with a radiating light. But it is force damage, not radiant, but that's what it looks like.
Okay, well done, Bona. Just double checking. You are indeed well outside of the range, so yeah, you're good to go.
Okay. if I want to move that spiritual hammer, I've never been in a situation like this when using one. I can move it 20 feet. So if I wanted to move through the tunnel over at number 1, but I wanted to move it through the tunnel over at number 4, can I do that? As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it. So it doesn't say you have to see.
Okay. Yep, you can move it 20 feet then. Just one sec, guys. Comment that yes, the Pit Fiend did start its turn in the Spirit Guardian, so let's do that. So that's a Wisdom save, is it, Kaiser?
Yep, DC 15 Wisdom.
28, so is that half damage?
Takes half as much, yep.
Okay, so let's roll that 3d8 and we'll apply it. So 9, is it Radiant or Force?
It'll be necrotic, actually.
Oh, okay.
Also, DM, since we're talking about things we missed, I have to do a concentration check. I don't think Bona had any effect from the blast, like to help them with. So I'll do the concentration now. I hope that's okay.
That's totally okay. Yep. Thank you for bringing it up.
So con saving throw, right?
Con save. Yeah.
And I do add a blast before it's gone. Okay.
And the DC I think was 12, so that is a success. So you do not lose your blast. Good stuff. Okay, Bona, back to you. So you want to move the spiritual weapon?
I'll send the spiritual hammer up through the tunnel as far as it can go, 20 feet. And then I'm going to move myself through tunnel number 1.
Okay, so it's moving straight up this way?
Yes.
Okay, 5, 10, and how far you can move it? 20?
Yes.
All right, so it moves to here. Back over to you.
I'm anticipating everyone's going to move through these tunnels, and that's where we're going to end up. So I'm moving it over there so it'll be in position again for the next round. But I'm going to move through tunnel number 1. My movement is 30, which will be cut down to 15.
Okay, so you move 5 to get here. Drop prone for free. Move into the first square, so you're at 15 of your movement that has been used. As you enter in, you immediately smell chlorine gas. And I need you...
Would I have smelled that once when I first started into the tunnel? Would I have had an opportunity to turn around and go back?
Only if you use your action to search. Like to examine or investigate.
I can do that because I haven't used my action yet.
But you've moved already.
Oh, okay.
So I need a con save, DC 14.
And I do have a bless, but even with the bless, I don't think that's going to help me.
It's a 1 for an 8.
I'll just have to...
Sorry, you're saying?
No, I'm going to use a face sphere and roll that again. Here's the roll, and I still have the bless.
Okay, so looking for a 2 on the bless. And it is a 1, giving you a total of 13.
All right, I'm going to use Favored by the Gods.
Okay,
And
Favored by the
that
Gods
allows
being used. Yeah, go ahead.
Allows me to roll a 2d4 to add to that.
All right. So no matter what you roll, all you needed was another 1. So you do succeed. So with this chlorine smell, as you start to crawl through and take in a whiff of air, this gas, all of a sudden your head starts spinning, and for a minute you forget what you're doing, where you are, and you become very confused, but you manage to shake it off. What would you like to do from here?
I used all of my movement to get there, didn't I?
You've used 15 feet to get to where you are.
Okay, I want to move back out of that tunnel then.
Okay, so moving...
Go toward tunnel number 2.
Okay, so you move back out. You are still prone. That's 5
I don't
feet.
I don't have enough movement to stand up, do I?
No.
But I can continue to crawl at half speed.
Yep, so that would get you to here, still prone, but
Yes.
safe from the poison gas.
Okay. For my action, I'm going to cast Moonbeam, and I'm going to upcast it at 3rd level.
Okay, 3rd level Moonbeam.
And I'm going to target the Pit Fiend. He needs to make a Constitution 14, DC 14 saving throw.
Okay, DC 14. He does have advantage. He also has plus 13 to the roll and cannot fail. So he does succeed.
And cannot fail.
Okay, here's the damage.
Yeah. 20 damage. Cut to 10?
Yes.
Okay, and are you making the point dead center of the fiend?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna wear this happy little moonbeam circle here.
Through my Twilight Sanctuary, I'm going to roll for temporary hit points. 1d6 plus 3.
All right, go for it. So 6 temp HP.
I still have temporary hit points from when I cast it before, and it was more than this, so I'll keep what I had.
Okay. Alice, it is your turn, round 2.
I would like to move 5 feet to tunnel 3. And then, is it a free action to put my great axe on my back? Like, stow it away?
Yeah, that would be your free object interaction to stow a weapon.
Cool. Then I'm going to stow it, and then I'm going to cast Misty Step 30 feet forward.
All right. So you duck down and look forward down the tunnel. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would be inside the next tunnel. Is that where you would like to be?
Fuck it, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, bonus action, Misty Step, as you drop as a free action prone, and you are now up here. Just gonna write down your BA. Nothing else for you?
That is all I can do.
Right, you don't notice anything in this tunnel that is abnormal so far.
Cool.
Okay, next up is Kaiser.
Bonus action, I'm gonna swing with the spiritual weapon again. That's only a 13, but I'm going to... No, I'll let that be.
All right. Yep. Spiritual weapon swings, but is unable to impact the Pit Fiend.
So I swing with the gavel, misses, and then I'm gonna strike with my sword, attempting to cast Inflict Wounds because it's a melee spell attack.
Okay. Do you have reach with your weapon, or are you moving forward?
Oh, so I'll move closer to do that.
And you are immune to the Fear Aura. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me use 2 hands.
That's the most.
Go for it. Great sword attack.
So Inflict Wounds.
21 does connect.
So reaching out with the sword. You're focusing on the wrong prize, fiend. Slash it for... not bad. That'd be 18 necrotic.
18 necrotic. As you see parts of its flesh begin to shrivel up and turn to ash.
Damn, nice shot.
Anything else for Kaiser?
Nope. He's focused.
Mazan, your turn.
What I'm going to do is drop prone and go down the same tunnel number 3 because I'm still within sight of that and within range to get into that. Before I drop prone, I'm going to bonus action with cunning action, be able to bonus action to dash. So that'll take my 35 to 70. And then activate feline agility. So that will double to 140, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so shenanigans time. We're going down tunnel number 3, down to the next walkway.
All right, so you've used 5, drop prone for free.
Yes.
Going here is 15, 25, 35, 45.
Perfect. And I'm staying prone. I'm not going to get up. I'm a cat on all fours. Let's do it. And I want to move over. She's blocking the rest of the tunnel, so I'm going to use what movement that I still have to get over to tunnel number 2.
Could I technically allow him to pass if he wanted to?
It's a pretty confined space. You're filling
Yeah.
you're filling the whole thing. But yeah, I mean you can move through friendly creatures, but it's up to you where you want to move Mazan.
If that would be allowed, I don't know, because I think he wouldn't know that. So I'm just going to say he wouldn't know to do that. He just thinks it's blocked. We're going to go to tunnel number 2.
Fair enough.
So 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75.
And then 75 out of 140. So I have 65 feet of movement left. Can I get through that onto the next walkway?
Yep, you want to do that?
Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so we were at what, 75, sorry?
Yes, 75.
Okay, so 85, 95, 105, 115 to there.
All right, and I made it through. I didn't get stuck. None of that weird stuff that happens.
You don't detect anything in tunnel number 2 currently.
Just smells like a warm butt, and I'm gonna stay. That's it.
You're going to stay where you are right there?
Yes, I'm just gonna see what happens.
Sounds good. All right. Just making sure there's no chitter chatter there. Okay. That's the end of Mazan's turn. It is now...
Catch me if you can.
Exactly, yeah. Ludwig, it is your turn.
How hurt does the pit fiend look?
He's got some scratches and burn marks, and he's kind of just taken a bunch of hits, but you can see like a grimace on his face, and he's bringing that mace up, and you can see his teeth getting ready to take a bite out of somebody.
Nah.
We are allowing people to answer you using a reaction, right?
Yeah, you can talk for 6 seconds if you want to burn your reaction, if you want to talk in character.
Okay.
Yep.
My last question is, does the pit fiend look interested in the people that are leaving through the tunnels, or suddenly he only cares about me and Kaiser?
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Okay. I'm kind of hurt, but I'm seeing someone being a hero here, guys. I will, with my action, I will use Lay on Hands and give me 9 points of healing.
Okay, so that's your action?
Yes. As a bonus action, I will teleport. Well, I'll go, because I can see the tunnel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I will just pass through it using Blessing of the Raven Queen. I will take a step back. So, well, can I just splat against the wall? Or do I need to take one step back to be able to... on the other side?
So from where you are, you can duck down and you can see all the way through the tunnel.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, so where...
I will Bless of the Raven Queen. Blessing of the Raven Queen.
So that's 30
bonus
feet,
action,
correct?
Teleport. That is 30 feet, yes. One bonus action.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20. 25 is here. 30 would be inside the tunnel prone.
Sure, I'll take one step back then.
Okay, so
and then I'll teleport. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, I think you can go up to 30 feet, so... Yeah.
Before I do, yeah, you can put me there. This is just flavor. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll just say... You are being judged here. It's obvious. So obvious. And I hope it goes well. And I will move... I will move until I'll move 4 squares just up, if that makes any sense, just like north.
Like this way, you mean?
Yep, that's it.
So 5, 10, 15, 20?
Yeah, sure, that's good enough.
That makes it the pit fiend's turn as
I swear.
it looks around
Wisdom saving throw, Dave.
Wisdom saving throw at the beginning of his turn. Yep, thank you. At advantage. Plus 10 to that one. So he gets a 26, so he would take half damage.
All right. The Guardians start tearing into him.
He takes 5 more. All right. It's now the Pit Fiend's turn as it begins to scan around. I'm still going to roll this just to see who it goes after, which is Bona. As it turns, not liking this moonbeam, it turns towards Bona.
I am going to Fate Spear out of that.
This time it is a 2. Any Alice?
Now the real question is, can he see and or get to me?
He knows what tunnel you went up. We'll just say that.
I mean, that's fair.
And also, just for clarity, in case it got missed, when he appeared amongst you all, he appeared through the wall in an ethereal form.
Fuck it, I'll take it. I don't care.
Tricky.
Alrighty. With that, you see him using his free object interaction as he seems to turn something on the bottom of his mace, and he goes ethereal and begins to move away from Kaiser. Kaiser, would you like to take an opportunity attack?
Is it at disadvantage or anything mechanically? Or I guess I wouldn't know that. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll just take the attack.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
We never added my Soul Bane officially in here, so just keeping in mind it is a +1 weapon.
Yep, with extra stuff.
Yep.
22 does hit.
All right. So this will be, I'll just do the 2d6 + 2 for the greatsword and then roll the necrotic.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. So that's 13 magical slashing coupled with 4 necrotic. He needs to make me a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, which we've already established he can't fail.
Yeah. Can't fail.
Yeah. So he just kind of like laughs off the essence of the blade trying to drain him. I'll just whisper to Soulbane, "It's okay. He's just making fun of us. He's insecure."
Okay. The physical effect caused by Ludwig's attack, is that still active? That was from... No, it was at the end of your...
It's not active anymore. I'm sorry for not telling it to you.
Yep, that's okay. Just
that's all gone, unfortunately.
I was hoping he'd still be slowed a little bit.
I'm sorry, man. It's, I got a fireball for you guys. That's all I did. I catch that. If I blast some of you too. Isn't that enough? Why do you want more?
Okay, he goes ethereal, gets smashed by Kaiser as he goes to move. He slams into the wall and just disappears through it, ghostly, and he begins to fly 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get to here.
You're back here too?
He ducks down to engage. With only one target within range, all 4 of these attacks will be coming at Enialis. First up is the bite, which has a range of 5 feet. You are prone. This attack is being made at advantage. A 24 to hit Enialis.
That hits.
As he chomps down on your leg for 16 piercing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oof. 13. I don't like that. We'll throw Bless on there. So
15 total.
15.
It's still not enough. So you are considered poisoned as you feel this black ichor enter in through the
Oh,
wound.
wait. I have advantage against being poisoned. Because of my race.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll another con save.
Oh, that was even worse. Shit. Well, I tried.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put this poisoned ring on you. You do take some poison damage at the start of your turn. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn, but you cannot regain any hit points while you are poisoned. So that's the bite. Claw at advantage. It's not a crit, but it is a 29 to hit, which does 18 slashing damage.
Not that it would have helped him any, even if he had crit.
Then comes the mace. For 25. And the mace would be 13 bludgeoning. And 21 fire.
And down.
And Enialis is down. As the tail whips around, it is an automatic crit since it's a melee attack within 5 feet.
Can he crit when I have the adamantine, even if I'm down?
Oh, interesting question.
Yeah, any critical hit. Okay, so just one death save fail.
I'll take that.
And that is it for the creature. So at the end of the second round, you guys hear a loud crash as tunnel number 1 collapses. And this is no longer a valid exit. Bona, it's the one that you just backed out of, just collapsed, so.
Okay.
Nice work there. Top of the round is Bona.
Okay. I want to move over to tunnel number 2.
Okay.
Just to the entrance of it.
All right, so you're currently prone. So currently you're not in the tunnel, but you're outside the tunnel.
But I can see all the way through the tunnel.
You can see all the way through the tunnel, yes.
I will use Blessing of the Raven Queen as a bonus action to travel 30 feet through that tunnel over onto the planks, or as far as I can go, actually.
Okay. Bonus action, teleport, Misty Step. So, or Blessing of the Raven Queen, sorry.
It works the same as Misty Step, yeah.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would get you into here, prone if you want.
Yes.
So you moved there.
You do have resistance to all damage until the start of your next turn, just so you know. It's not the same as Misty Step.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's true. I will dash to go into the tunnel toward the exit.
Okay. So being here, it's another 5, 10, 15, 20. Zahn is there. It would be difficult terrain for one thing.
Oh. Zahn, give me a hand. Pull me on out of there.
So you don't have enough movement. You have 30 movement normally?
Yes.
Okay, you don't have enough to go any further because you would need all of your movement to crawl forward, but it's also difficult terrain because an ally is there, if he's even an ally.
Okay. Well, he's not an enemy yet, so...
Okay. So you are in this square right here. Wherever your base is where you are. So you're in this square right here. I'll just turn this around so you get a better
So that was my action, bonus action, and movement. I will do Twilight Sanctuary. I'll roll temporary hit points to see if it ends up better than what I've already got.
Okay, no problem.
It's the same. So no difference.
You just re-up it. It's Enialis's turn. So at the beginning of your turn, you would take the poison damage, which would give you your second death save fail. Now it's your turn, so you have to make a death saving throw, but you have advantage for being reborn.
I'm just gonna roll 2d20s and then calculate it.
Also, bless adds to it, just so you know.
Does it?
Yep.
Well, it doesn't really matter because they're both over 10, so.
Yep, so 1 success. And go ahead and make your con save.
And that's also still at advantage because of the reborn?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And Dordleton, yeah, an unconscious body is still a player character. They're not an object until they're dead.
So, 18.
18, let me double check. The DC on the poison is 21, so you are still poisoned.
Alrighty.
Roll that blast, man.
That's a good point. I keep forgetting about Bless. Thank you for reminding my squirrel brain. Nope.
Ah.
It was worth a try.
Okay, I think that ends Anyalis's turn. Kaiser, it is your turn. Back here. Oh, the moonbeam. I forgot I moved it out of the way, but it's actually right here.
Dash and move straight up the tunnel in front of me, trying to get to those planks.
Okay, so you move 5, drop prone for free. 15, 25, 35, 45 would get you to here and prone.
So I don't have enough to get back on my feet.
We only need 15 to get back on your feet.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will get back on my feet, and I use my action to dash. I'll use my bonus action to move the spiritual weapon following me up through the tunnel.
Okay, hold on. I need to say something though, actually. You went up through tunnel 5, correct?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
All right. As soon as you started through tunnel 5, because we're in round 3, I need you to make a constitution save, DC 14.
Right.
So I'm just going to move you back to here, currently sharing the space with your spiritual weapon.
I will use a fate sphere on that.
Got it.
Ooh.
14 is the DC, so you too, as you start to move through the tunnel, smell that chlorine gas and you start to become confused, but you manage to shake it off. Are unaffected by the gas, and you make it to here and stand up.
Yep.
So that was your action and your movement?
Yep, and then my bonus action, like I said, I'll just have the gavel follow me up the tunnel.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it's on the same square as you since it's ethereal.
That is about all I can do.
Okay. So ends Kaiser Ruinfell's round 3. We're at Mazan.
Okay, so where I'm at, I'm still prone. So can I see through tunnel number 2?
You can still see through number 2 to the exit.
Perfect. Exit is not active.
Exit is active in number 2.
Oh, I'm going to look around and say, you guys are pretty screwed up. Have fun. I'm going to go get the hamburger. And I'm going to bonus action dash. So with my mobile feet, I got 40 feet movement. This should get it to double it to 80. So with 80 feet, can I get through that door?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Are you leaving? Are you escaping the room, Mazan?
I am, and I love you, Rondo, but I hope you taste pretty good.
Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck?
With that, everyone, Mazan has escaped the room. This portal is no longer active. That is the first of 2 contestants that have escaped the room. So only room for one more to escape this way.
But I thought it was only active once Hunter and Hunted is done. Was I wrong in thinking that?
No, only round one, escape the
I
room.
see. That's on me.
Mhm.
Okay, that's on me. Makes sense.
Okay, so that removes Mazan from play. It's now Ludwig's turn.
Of course it is. Right after you tell me that. I hate this. How does the pit fiend look, Dave?
I mean, he's taken some damage. He's taken some hits. You guys are giving it your all. If this was a normal pit fiend, you might even say that it's slightly hurt, but it's not a normal pit fiend, and it looks quite beefier than most. It's taken some damage, though.
So, if Bona leaves, it's gonna be me, Kaiser, and Alice. And Mazan is saved. He's no longer like playing this round. He's safe. He's up to the third
Mazan is
round.
relaxing in the Fate's Hand Tavern, probably licking his fur or other things as he contemplates life in a positive way.
What you're saying,
He's
Dave?
doing this kind of thing, probably.
I will look up. I will look for Firmgo. Is he just watching us, kind of like in a Firmo place, just having fun, smiling or something?
Yeah, he's not visible right now. I mean, you can feel the look of the 1,504 pairs of eyes on you, but they're not visible.
Yeah, I can imagine just his shitting in green.
It's probably a little bit like this.
Sombra keeps telling me to run. I'll look at her and I'll say, I'll look back at Kaiser. Sure. Did you put me here, Kairos, to save a soul and make sure the other one's redeemed?
6 seconds of talking right there.
With a bonus action,
Yeah.
I will teleport close to Alice. Can I reach her if I'm like in a diagonal?
There's
a
no
touch?
diagonal because there's very much solid wall between you and her.
Well, shame. I thought I could save her. I'll just just teleport to the next place, and I will use my action to throw Eldritch Blasts at him, 2 of them, and I will teleport to the next like tunnel valley kind of thing. You know what I mean.
I think so. Are you using your action to attack with Eldritch Blast?
And a bonus action to blast off the Raven Queen.
Let's resolve that.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I was for sure that I could, try to save her, maybe, but I can't.
Let's roll your attack roll. This is against the Pit Fiend Eldritch Blast.
Yes. Oh, that's so close to natural 20. Sure, I'll use a Fate Sphere to reroll that. Whatever.
Okay. Fate Sphere being used. Rerolling the attack. Go for it.
Fuck you, Dinivion. Next attack. That's a bit better. I will add a blast to that, just in case it hits.
Looking for a 3.
Nope.
Ricochets harmlessly off his thick hide.
And I will blast off the Raven Queen to the next valley.
Okay. So 5 feet to here, ducking down, you look over. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 would get you to there. And that's at the edge of the tunnel.
Dave, I'm so sorry that I keep doing this on my turn, okay? I really am.
No. Go ahead.
I really am. I will instead blast off the Raven Queen next to Kaiser. And I will use my 30 feet of movement to go into melee with the Pit Fiends.
Okay, because you're moving yourself into a more dangerous position, I'm gonna let you do it. Normally, once you say it, it's done, but this is worse for you. So if you want to do it, you can do it.
I know. I'll just stare Kaiser into his eyes as I move, and I will take out my pendant for Kairos that was into my shirt.
Okay, so 20, 25, 30. This is your Blessing of the Raven Queen to get you here.
Mm-hmm. And then can I move into melee with the Pit Fiend as well?
In a moment. Kaiser,
Sure.
we made this mistake last time. Your targets have to be designated at the time that it's cast.
All of the players were omitted. Everybody here is safe from my spirit guardians.
Okay, there we go. So as he begins to move away from you, do you use your reaction to make an opportunity attack?
I do not.
Very well. Then Ludwig, you move up as you requested into melee range with the Pit Fiend.
I'll just stare at him. That's all. That's my turn.
Understood. It is now the Pit Fiend's turn. I am going to roll a d4. 3. 1, 2.
Ah, come on.
Okay.
Nah, we're fate sparing that bitch.
Any Alice Fate Spheres? This time it's a 2, so it would be an attack coming at Ludwig,
Rerolled me.
and I'm gonna say that there is some casting going on.
Oh, is he gonna fucking... Oh, sure, yeah. Fireball the shit out of me. That's fun, actually. That's so funny that he just kamikaze himself. Sure.
Okay, so you're letting it count. In that case, he begins casting, and I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, no. Here was I thinking it was something else. Oh, no, guys. Okay, so I have a blast to this, right? Please, I'm doing something so cool. Just let me do it.
It's not up to me.
Ah, shit. Yeah, well... What happens to me?
Are you letting it stand?
No. Yeah, good. Thank you, Dave. I'm sorry. Yes, I do have a fate sphere. I will use it. Yes, you are correcting me doing that. I'm sorry, guys.
Fate Sphere used. Go ahead and re-roll your wisdom save. You did. It was an 8. All right.
Anyone gives? No? Okay.
Pausing for dramatic effect. As this creature finishes its casting, you feel your body begin to tense up and your muscles are no longer under your control as you cannot move and you are paralyzed from...
I'm not, because of freedom of movement.
Very nice. Okay. I forgot. Well planned by you. That paid off. You are not paralyzed by his spell, and he looks in consternation at you as you seem unaffected by his magic, and I'm gonna let that ride.
Oh, you're not locked in here with me. I'm locked in here with you. Please don't kill me.
Okay, everyone, so that was the end of round 3. I'm just gonna let you know that Tunnel 8 has now collapsed and is no longer usable by anyone. Is anyone in another tunnel in round 3? We're good. So, Bona, your turn. Top of round 4.
Okay. I want to crawl out of the tunnel onto the planks.
That's 10 movement for you to get to here.
And then I want to head toward tunnel number 3.
20, 30 movement would get you to here.
Am I in front of the tunnel right there?
No, you have one more space to go.
Okay, then I will dash and head toward the exit.
So dash. 10, 20, 30 gets you to here. Just double checking my sheet. Tunnel 3 is still clear as you enter into it there. But
I will bonus action Blessing of the Raven Queen and teleport through the opening, the door there.
Blessing of the Raven Queen, Bona Bakwa, teleports into the portal and has escaped the room. So, portals 1, 2, 3, and 8 are now gone, but that's irrelevant because 2 people have escaped the room through the portals. None of them matter anymore.
Oh, guys.
The only way through this now, if anyone is killed by the monster, it leaves, and then whoever is remaining must fight to the death for the last spot. We are at the top. No, Bona just went. Any Alice, it is the beginning of your turn. You take the poison damage.
Can I do my death saves first?
The poison specifically says at the beginning of your turn. I think the death save, does that also say at the beginning of your turn? Because if so, then okay, you are in control of your turn, so you get to pick. So yes, you can do your saves first.
Cool. Probably not gonna save me, but we'll try it anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. We've seen some natural 20s. You have advantage?
Nope.
But it is a success.
It doesn't matter because that'll be my third fail.
Yeah. Then you take
from the poison damage.
Is there anything that you know of within the rules of Crucible of Fate that could save you, any Alice?
Nope.
Pausing for dramatic effect. At this point then, any Alice does die, and the monster disappears out of the room.
What?
As it was his bite. No one else touched any Alice since the bite, so it is counted as his kill. Well, thanks very much for playing. Great showing today. Awesome to have you on the show once again. Catch up with you later.
Good luck, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
This now means that any Alice's body is there. This is removed as this was Bona's. Moonbeam's gone. It's down to 2. There can be only 1. So, Kaiser, it's your turn.
Is my spirit weapon within 20 feet of Ludwig?
Your spirit weapon, I believe, was sharing the same space as you. That's why it was sitting here. So it is 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, it is.
So I'm going to look at Ludwig. Apologies, friend, but you know what has to happen now. I'm going to summon the gavel at him and make an attack.
Make that attack, Kaiser.
Okay, so first, before we make that attack, mirror image is up, so you need to roll a d20. So it is going after an image. What is the AC of the image, Leo?
It's 10. 10 plus dex, so it's 10.
All right, so go ahead and make your attack roll, Kaiser. Right. 22. So 1 image is gone. You have 2 left. Okay. And that was your bonus action, Kaiser.
I swing the gavel down, crushes one of the images. Tricky. I'm going to use my action. I'm going to drop concentration on my spirit guardians, and then I'm going to use my action to resummon spirit guardians, this time omitting nobody except myself.
That's fair.
Yep. Okay, so spirit guardians recast. Concentrating. We're good there. That's it for Kaiser.
I'll step 10 feet closer to Ludwig, and that'll end my turn.
So I'm within spirit guardians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But am I within 5 feet of you?
So stepping 10 feet closer, there is still a square between you. So it's currently 10 feet.
Oh, put me right up to him. Sorry.
Okay.
Three. I just want to be close to you, buddy.
No, we're close like that. What do you mean? Okay.
All right. Just to be, I don't want to forget about the tunnels, even though they aren't relevant for a certain thing. Okay, so that's it.
Oh, they
Kaiser's
are.
turn.
They still are.
That means it is now Ludwig's turn.
Okay. What tunnels haven't collapsed yet? Can you leave a door even though there are no doors anymore?
That's a good point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8, I believe, were gone, right? Or was it just 1, 2, 3, and 8, I think? That's a good point. Yeah. 1 and 8 collapsed naturally. 2 of them got used. So I think that's where we're at.
As you destroy my duplicate, I'll look at you and say, shame. I thought we were about to kill the pit thing together.
So did I, my friend. Oh, sorry. Yeah, your turn.
I redeem you.
Okay, hold on,
From
guys.
actions.
I'm gonna zoom in just because we have the technology.
we do have the technology.
We have the technology.
Oh, that's so cool.
Though it's getting kind of fuzzy.
I redeem you.
Don't forget, while you're redeeming me, buddy, you gotta make me a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. I know. We're just having fun here, okay? That's all.
I know.
All right, so it's the beginning of Ludwig's turn, so you're starting your turn in, so we need the save. All right, it's a 7. That is a fail, so damage from Spirit Guardians. You took 9.
Yes.
And now it's your turn.
Okay. I will make a concentration check for my blast, which is minimum of 10. 12, so it stays.
Yep.
I will use my bonus action to Hexblade Curse onto you, so I will put my Kairos necklace back into my shirt and hold Sombra, and a bunch of curse claws will start to crawl through your body. Then with my action, I will use Cure Wounds, and that's 1 spell slot.
Okay, what level spell slot?
First level.
All right, so you're D8, 10 back.
10 hit points. And that's my turn.
That is the end of round 4. At the end of round 4, Tunnel 5 collapses. It's now Kaiser's turn.
With Potion of Fire Breath, is that when you drink it, you can use it right away, or do you have to wait until your next round to start using those charges?
You have to wait, I'm pretty sure.
I will check on that because it's important.
Okay, because when I read it, it says after drinking this potion, but it would be a bonus action. It says after drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale, but it's a bonus action to drink a potion.
Yep, so you can't do both yet.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to make my first bonus action. I'm going to make an attack with my spiritual weapon again.
Okay, so spirit weapon. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Alrighty.
It passes. Well, depends. You gotta do a hit to see if you pass my AC, which is much higher.
So you're targeting Ludwig.
Ludwig. Okay, cool. Here we go. So that's a 19.
19 to hit Ludwig.
That would hit, but I will use my reaction to cast Shield, using my last spell slot for the day.
Okay, reaction is used. Shield. The attack misses.
Alrighty. Then I'm going to...
With shield, what is your AC, Ludwig?
24.
24, okay.
I'm going to try to cast Inflict Wounds on him. I'm going to just cast it at a first level. So do I have to roll again then?
Yep.
Yes.
Leo,
Leo, yeah.
Yeah. Ludwig has to roll to see who it's going to hit.
Motherfucker.
It's going on him directly. Yeah.
I will use a Fate Sphere, my second one, my last one. 15, and I'm going to use my Channel Divinity Guided Strike to add +10 to that and make it a 25.
That's so cool.
Whoa.
That's so cool. Nice.
Okay.
So it looks like the blade's going to miss, and this similar to when you see like a Fate Sphere break and those strands of fate wrapping around people. It looks like some sort of divine essence all of a sudden steadies my hand and get you with Inflict Wounds for 15 necrotic.
15.
Oh, I am resistant to necrotic because of my race.
Yep, so that drops to 7.
7, so I am at 49. Just in case people want to keep track.
Yep,
Yep. So bonus action in action.
Okay, then that makes it Ludwig's turn in round 5.
Can I Spirit Guardians, a roll, and then concentration, etc.?
So Spirit Guardians first, so save.
Nope.
So damage for Spirit Guardians, please, Kaiser.
Yes, sir. Just let me get to it. Here we go.
16. So concentration check.
DC 8. Right? Well, 10. Concentration, and I do add my blast, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, so you
16.
passed. Yeah,
Fuck.
16 damage, yeah.
Todd said concentration check for the inflict wounds.
Yeah, he got... Oh yeah, that's
true.
right. So hold
That's
on a
true.
sec. So the first con save there was the inflict wounds.
Okay.
So we're good. So now you need another one for the Spirit Guardians.
Okay. And I have already taken damage. That's good too.
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
safe.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Down to the wire here, folks.
I'll spit blood on the ground, I'll say. Okay. Maybe it is my destiny to fail here. Maybe it's not. And I'll fall down into my shadow and reappear 30 feet to the most further away wall I can. Well, to the front of the tunnel that isn't collapsed.
Front of the tunnel, it is collapsed. This one here?
The most furthest tunnel. Yep, that one. How many feet away is that?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you to here.
Then I will use my movement.
Okay. 30 movement gets you almost to the wall.
Okay. Then I will look at him, and with my action, I will cast Eldritch Blast as I begin to gather energy. But you can see Ludwig is starting to gather something stronger. So, first hit, and I do have Blast to this. That's a 19.
So that is a crit, but is that just on melee attacks?
It is a critical. It is a critical because of Hexblade's curse.
Okay, Eldritch Blast counts. It's not melee attacks only, right?
It's all attacks.
All attacks. All right, so go ahead and roll damage on Eldritch Blast for your first one.
Okay. First one is a 6 plus 3, 9.
Plus 10, so 19.
Plus. Oh, actually, Dave, I'm so sorry. It's actually 6 plus 6, 12, because now I add my charisma and my proficiency bonus to the damage.
Yeah, because of Hexblade's curse. Yeah. Okay, so it's 22 damage.
All right, damage taken.
Okay,
Then
second Eldritch Blast.
Yes. 3. It will. Well, can I? I'll try with a D4, but I don't think it's gonna make it. Yep.
Okay, second one goes wide.
And you have minus 10 movement on your turn because of Lance of Lethargy from Warlock.
Okay, so that is the end of round 5. So in round 5, that means tunnel 4. And it's Kaiser's turn. Round 6.
All right. I'd like to move 30 towards Ludwig so that I'll end up right in front of that tunnel where the movement would be.
You only have 20 feet of movement, just so you know.
Oh, 20. Sorry. Well, 20 feet towards him. Upwards though, so I'm closer to the door side of the tunnel. Bonus action, I will move my spiritual weapon 20 feet closer. Yeah, we'll stay right there. And then I'm going to attempt to hit Ludwig with a this time I'm going to use a second level. This will be a guiding bolt.
Okay, so guiding bolt is an attack roll. So Ludwig, I need a d20 to see who it's going after.
Wow, D&D Beyond, you're so petty with those.
Okay, attack roll,
So
guiding
petty.
bolt.
All right.
21.
So that's a 21.
So
All
that
right,
hits.
And then the damage. Oh,
24 5 radiant damage?
Yep.
Boom.
As I steady my blade towards Ludwig. Apologies, friend, but fate guides my hand. I'm gonna unleash the blast. It'll
Okay.
come out in the form like I described last time as like a giant, like a hourglass, a minute hand. It'll form like that and spear him.
That's fucking amazing. Holy shit. Just
Concentration check.
Definitely. I also am resistant to this, so I take 13 points of damage or 12.
12. Okay, concentration's maintained. And that's it for Kaiser?
Yes, that was my movement, my bonus action, and my action.
Okay.
You attack. Oh. I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. I am speared to the wall, and I will slowly get off it. You attack. You kill. And you say fate is by your side, and I will hold my hands together. I'll say domain expansion, which doesn't exist in D&D. It's just for fun. I will be using 2 sorcery points to throw 4 Eldritch Blasts at you, though. All of them have bless. And how far away? You're 30 feet away from me. So, yeah. So I will hold them together, and as a bunch of claws come forward, if they do hit you, you're gonna get, affected by also a mandible of pure shadow. So for attacks, let's go for the first one.
Hold on. Yeah.
That's a crit.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
So I'm just looking at the chat. Last crit, a save wasn't made on Spirit Guardians?
Oh yeah, that's true. He has to roll a concentration check.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make that con save. Okay, so it's up. Now we come back to present. So let's roll the damage on that first crit.
4 plus 6 is 7. It's 10.
Plus 10, so 20 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And we need another con save. Yep, still up. Second attack.
I will add a blast to that because I think I need to. 18.
Does an 18 hit, Kaiser?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
16.
16 more damage, and we need a DC 10 con save for concentration.
All right. That won't be necessary. That puts me down.
Can I just I will try to stop Sombra from continuing the attacks, but she just keeps going. This is at disadvantage, right? Or does the game end?
It's ranged, but he is unconscious, which would be advantage, so it's a straight roll.
Stop!
No, it's a straight roll.
Oh. Is it?
Well, it's ranged and they're prone, so it's disadvantage, but he is incapacitated, so I think attacks are at advantage, so...
Okay, so it would be an 18.
No, we
natural 18.
We have to roll the single attack. I just want to be consistent with the way that we...
Perfect. No worries about it.
Okay, so that is a hit. So that would be 1 death save fail. Because it's not within 5 feet, so it's not a crit. Go ahead and make your final attack. You said it was 4 attacks? Okay.
Yes.
Does a 17 hit, Kaiser?
There's also bless.
It does.
Does hit. Okay, so it's automatically second death save fail. I think that ends your turn, Ludwig, or okay?
Yes.
Which is the end of round 6. At the end of round 6, it is number 7. That brings us to Kaiser. So, beginning of your turn, we need a... Spirit Guardians are gone. So, we need a death save throw from Kaiser. For all the monies, we need a 10 to keep you alive.
Oh shit.
Oh, come on! Ah!
Not enough, but it is a success. So that brings us to Ludwig.
Ludwig has never killed anyone. It was always zombies or something else. And as he sees a follower of his sister's fate, or of a sister's fate, I'm 30 feet within him, like next to him, right?
I believe so. Technically 35.
Okay, so I will get into melee with him as I take Sombra out.
Okay, you have
Slowly.
35 feet of movement?
No, I only have 30, but that gets me into melee, right?
25. Oh yeah, 30 does get you into melee.
Perfect. I can just imagine Firmgo just laughing his ass off. Because, I tried to help, but I will just hold Sombra. And I will just gently use Booming Blades. And I'll roll an attack to hit with glass.
It is advantage, yeah, because it's prone and unconscious.
Well, I didn't roll with advantage for some reason. I could roll again, but I don't think there's a need to.
No, because you can't fail. So that would be a third and final death save fail, Kaiser, unless you know of anything within the rules of Crucible of Fate that can keep you alive.
Fortunately not. Burned both my fate spheres, so
Okay.
unless someone wants to see how divine intervention goes, I'm out.
Pausing for dramatic effect. Okay, in that case, do you want to stick with us for the end when we roll the next room, Gunnar, or are you taking off?
I'll stick around, sure.
Okay, all right, sounds good. All right, guys. So, Leo, if you just want to narratively describe that last strike.
I'll just finish the strike. I'll grab his sword. I'll say, "Hey, I hope you're okay with sharing with Sombra. Kaiser, I promise I will try. My heart is to kill it. It will die."
And with that killing blow, you all find yourselves teleported back to the Fate's Hand Tavern. So congratulations to the 3 survivors. You see the Therangul there.
Well done to all of you. That was a dramatic ending. I've never seen this one-on-one. It was touch and go. My heart goes out to Kaiser. But the 3 of you have survived round 2 and are moving on to round 3. So I salute you, Mazan, Bona, and Ludwig. So at this time, everyone, we are rolling to see what the next possible monster will be. Hopefully this isn't too loud.
And we can't face fear this, right?
No, you cannot face fear this. No. Baylor. Nabasu.
Fuck.
It is going to be the Nabasu. I'm now opening the escape room file. Taking a roll on this one. See what the next room is. So we are down to a mystery room number 4 and episode 7's acid pool, or is it yes, the acid room from episode 7. So all of you out there, thanks for joining us. Enjoy a nice long rest. We'll see you next time.